Hi everyone, my name is Rahul. Let's see why certain endpoints that refer to the PDF files which do not work on the HTTP client connector or Postman but seems to work in the browser. So let's first go through the overview and understand the browser versus HTTP client connector configurations and the reasons why it works in browser but not in the client applications, and then finally the conclusion. We often experience a situation that certain endpoints that are leading to the PDF document may not work in the HTTP client application but seems to work as expected in the browsers, and there are certain reasons why, and we need to look into that, and we'll go through the resolution as well. So when we open the file that we get through the client applications, and we might encounter this type of error which says we can't open this file, and the integration process, that is getting this PDF file, might also fail with the error code such as 302. So why you can access the PDF endpoints in the browser? So browser manages session cookies automatically and session persistence, and it also manages the specific headers which we may not see in the client application, which requires a manual configuration. So limitations of client application such as HTTP client connector or Postman client application that we generally use for testing. So cookies not included, Postman and other HTTP client connectors do not maintain the session cookies unless manually managed. And different type of request headers. HTTP client may not automatically include the same user agent and accept headers as browser. So if you take a look at the browser's developer console, we can see the request headers used there, and you can review those request header and configure those same headers in the client application. On the left side, you can see we have configured the same headers under the request header of the HTTP client operation, and then we observe to get the success. So in the Postman application as well, we have reached out to the PDF endpoint using the same request header that we found in the browser, and then finally we got the success 200 OK status with the PDF file. So finally the resolution. So review the request headers that are there in the browser's developer portal and make sure to configure those same request header. Might be the reason endpoint PDF uh, need those request header mandatorily, and that is the reason why it might have failed. So make sure to configure those headers in order to resolve the issue. So always compare, if you encounter such issues, always compare the request headers configured in the HTTP client application versus whatever we see um, in the browser's developer console, and make sure to configure that correctly and then retest it. I hope this information was helpful. Thank you. Have a great one.